Welcome to Reckless Paradise, everyone. I am your host, Marissa, and I'm here with my co-host, Dystro. Say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Happy Thursday, everybody. I hope everybody is having a pretty decent week. I'm having a good week.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Yeah, I'm having a good week. Just turned 21 on Monday.
Woo-hoo.
I got my hair cut. I look completely different now.
hmm
I went from having like long-ish hair, we'll call it. It was past my shoulders, like way past my shoulders, and no bangs, to short, shaggy hair and
With
bangs.
bangs.
Yeah, I've got bangs now for the first time in my life. I was like, you know what? Let's kick off being 21 in a really, really different way. Let's get some bangs. Let's cut my hair short. Fuck it. You only live once, you know?
hmm
As much as I'd like to discuss my birthday, I'm going to hold off because this Sunday we have Shoot the Shit. So I figured I'll save it for Shoot the Shit.
Yep, fair enough.
So, again, I hope everybody's doing well out there, all you beautiful people. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. But before we get into the episode, we need to pay our condolences to someone who passed away just literally, I think, yesterday.
Yeah, so many of the people in the wrestling world may know who he is, but to those who do not know, we are talking about the Iron Sheik.
Yes, unfortunately, as of yesterday, the Iron Sheik had passed away at the age of 81. Man, like, it feels like we're getting hit monthly now with at least one or two famous deaths that really take us back, like take us aback a little bit.
Yeah, um, I don't really know like what was the cause or anything. It's like, I
Yeah.
mean, it'll probably come out like sooner rather than later, but um, yeah, and the only thing that we knew him by was the tweets that he would always put out.
Yeah, and my dad remembers watching him back in the day. Man, he so called hated America back in the
Yeah,
day.
because he was an Iraqi sympathizer.
Yeah. I don't really know much about his wrestling career because I wasn't even around then.
Well, he started out in the like early '80s, going into late '80s and stuff, and he always had feuds with like Hulk Hogan and Sergeant Slaughter and all that stuff. Um, and like he's been famous for saying "fuck Hulk Hogan," and that was his thing. Because he just did not like Hulk Hogan.
Or just like a lot of us do not nowadays in 2023.
Well, but yeah, like a lot of the wrestling and non-wrestling fans like reached out, just was just like kind of heartbroken and all that stuff, and we just wanted to pay respect to him. Hopefully, he'll put somebody over his back and break him humble.
Yeah, God bless him, man. He lived a great life. He was 81. Man, God bless. Our condolences go out to the friends, the family, and of course the fans of the
hmm
late great Iron Sheik.
Yeah.
All right, so into tonight's episode. A little bit of a warning. This might be a pretty long episode because we are doing not five, not 10. We're doing 15. We're doing our top 15 Def Leppard songs. And man, I have been waiting to get to this episode for a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, to be honest
It's
with you.
been a long.
No.
Fucking Tragically Hip comes on. Um, Also, shout out to the Tragically Hip fans out there. So, yes, we are talking about our top 15 Def Leppard songs of all time. We just finished our Def Leppard pilgrimage 3 weeks ago to this day. Still not over it over here. Still listening to Def Leppard daily over here.
hmm
So, we took the time on our own to come up with our 15 favorite songs from the pilgrimage, dating from on through the night back in 1980 all the way to the modern day Diamond Star Halos from last year. Now, I'm not including any Jurassic Symphony stuff. I don't know about you.
I didn't know. I
Okay,
didn't.
I did not either. So this is going to be from 1980 all the way to last year. So A lot is at stake here. I do have some honorable mentions though. What about you? Do you have any?
No, I do not.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Off to a hot start.
Well, I'm just gonna rattle mine off, my honorable mentions. I'm not gonna talk about them really. I just want you guys to know these are songs that did not make it to my list, but oh, awfully close, awfully close. So I have five. So starting with 20th Century Boy from the album Yeah, Foolin' from Pyromania, Tear It Down from Adrenalize, Love and Affection from Hysteria, and All I Want Is Everything from Slang.
Okay.
Those are my honorable mentions for this episode.
Okay.
So,
Interesting.
are you ready to get into our list?
Yes, I am.
So, we're going to just take our time. This is a really important episode I've been waiting to do. So, what is your number 15?
Number 15.
15.
I did 20th Century Boy for my number 15.
This is kind of funny. My number 15 is 21st Century Shyamalan from Euphoria.
We're just a century off.
Oh. Wow, that is funny how that worked out. That is so fucking funny. What the fuck? That is fucking hilarious.
I think I. No, okay. I was supposed to say I thought I had it earlier, like later on, but no, I didn't. I was like,
Damn.
nope.
So let's talk about 20th Century Boy since that's before 21s.
20th Century Boy. It's like if people do not know, the original artist is by T-Rex, and
Yes.
I think I have heard T-Rex's version before. It's just been a while, no pun intended. But it's just been a while since I've heard it. But I kind of like this cover of it.
I do too. Like I said, my all five of my honorable mentions, it was hard to keep them as honorable mentions. Like they are like really close with the rest of the list. Yeah, honestly, that is probably my favorite track from Yeah. Yeah, it was all cover songs by bands that inspired them along the way, like Mott the Hoople, which you hear Joey Elliott talk about all the time. T-Rex, I'm like fucking drawing a blank here. There's a whole bunch. I think David Bowie's on there, Elton John, if I remember correctly. There, it was a pretty solid album if you really like cover songs. But yeah, 20th Century Boy was definitely my favorite track from that. So for me, with 21st Century Sha La 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 Girl from Euphoria, which is actually perfect timing because Euphoria turns 24 today. So happy birthday to that album. I fucking love this song. Like, man, like I'm really glad I put it at number 15. It finally got a spot on my list. I find me fucking just like singing along to it sometimes, like in my head on my own time. It's really catchy. It matches the 90s vibe really well, which is kind of what Euphoria was supposed to do in a sense. But they still kept the same organic, regular, good old Def Leppard sound with this. So, also, your mic is like a little weird on my end.
Hello.
There you go. We're off to a hot start.
Yes, off to a hot start.
All right, number 14. I guess I'll go first. So my number 14 is "Make Love Like a Man" from Adrenalize.
Mine is Scar from X.
Oh, fuck! Oh no!
Oh no!
Fuck! I forgot about that one.
It's like, what am I doing?
Okay, let's talk about Scar. X 02. That album was on the rocks for us, but man, what a closer! Scar is really good.
Yeah, it was like it was an interesting album nonetheless. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't slang, but there was some like good hits in there, like it's a long, long way to go, Scar.
Now.
Now, like yeah, like there were some good hits in there. There were some like good, solid, bona fide bangers in there.
Yeah, the thing is with X, they took more of a turn to pop because at this time pop was starting to come on the rise in the early 2000s. However, with this song, in my personal opinion, it kind of sounds like it would belong on Euphoria.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
That's my personal opinion. For a while, I actually like really was into that song, like for a long while after we played X, because that was like in round one when we did our pilgrimage. It was like one of the first albums we did.
Hmm.
Um, After I heard that song, I'd been playing it like on repeat for a while. How the hell did I forget that?
I don't know. You're slacking.
Wow. So, like I said, my number 14 is Make Love Like a Man. It's a classic. It's one of their bigger hits from Adrenalize, even though people on Reddit tend to knock this song down a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know, just because of the cringe lyrics in their case, but in my opinion, I love the lyrics. It's not them trying to be cocky or anything. It's just them trying to have a good old fun time with the lyrics and stuff. And that's how songwriting should be sometimes. Just have fun with it. Don't care about
Hmm.
what the audience thinks. Just have fun with it. Write it for you. And that's what they did with this song. And even the music video is funny. Like, they're just, I love it. Always having a good old great time. It's one of my favorites from Adrenalize. And honestly, it was probably one of the first songs I found as a kid on my own from Def Leppard. Not gonna lie.
Damn.
Ah, okay. So no boxing gloves yet. That's good.
Yet.
All right, number 13, an unlucky number. What do you got?
Number 13. uh, I went with Hysteria.
What? Are you kidding me?
That's where this is where the Bucks and Glove come out.
Oh
But
no! What the hell is wrong with you?
let me let me
Wait, I
have
gotta
my
name my
case.
13 yet. You're probably gonna hate me for this one, so it's probably just as good. My number 13 is from Euphoria, and it's Paper Sun.
Wow. And it's like, what's fun? Paper Sun on here. So
What? And you were just fucking praising that song up this morning. Oh my god. Okay, I want to hear what you have to fucking say about Hysteria because I've got one boxing glove on right now.
got one boxing glove. One's taped up, one's just ready to punch you. uh like I've said before with the rankings and stuff, mine's just based on replay value.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, I hear Hysteria a lot on the fucking
Lucky,
radio.
you fucking lucky duck. I wish I did.
I hear it a lot on the radio. And every now and then, like, yeah, that'd be awesome. But it's like, it's almost every single day I hear it on the damn radio. And it gets kind of tiresome after a while, not gonna lie.
And we need to switch places because I would love to hear Hysteria every day.
It's like I hear Animal, Photograph, Hysteria. I hear like a lot of like Def Leppard stuff sometimes on the radio. And it's like, yeah, it gets tiresome after a while, but it's like maybe once in a blue moon, that's perfect.
You're like
But
my
not
dad.
like, like 10 minutes down the road, it's like, okay, we're doing Photograph again. And it's like, like 5, 10 minutes later, oh, here's Animal. And it's like, and then fucking Hysteria again. And it's like, like, okay, like, just mix it up. Like, throw some other Def Leppard stuff in there instead of like those three hits.
All right, I get you. But it is a good song. It's beautiful.
Well, yeah, it's a good song. Yeah, I'm not gonna knock at that.
Now, Paper Sun, on the other hand, I put that at number 13. This song has been one of my favorites since I was a kid. The first place I heard it was on my Rock of Ages Definitive Collection compilation CDs that I have. It's a 2 disc set. It's on disc number 2. I think it's track 14, if I remember correctly. If that's weird that I remember where the hell it is on the album, that's fucking crazy. But this was like one of those tracks that really caught my eye when I heard it the first time as a young kid. And then like as I got older, I'm like, what is that song called? I go down, it's called Paper Sun. And I re-listened to it again, as I got older in my teenage years, and even now, like I can't get sick of it. It's really, really good.
Hmm.
The meaning behind it's a little dark, but
I mean, what songs from any band is gonna be dark. It's like every now and then, like I know we always go to Blink a lot, but it's like a lot of Blink songs they're kind of dark a little bit.
Yeah, you are right about that. I'm
So it's like every band's gonna do that every once in a while. So
very true. All right, we're rolling right along, and I only have one box to move on. That's not bad. All right, number 12. I'm gonna go first. I went with another Adrenalized track. I went with Heaven Is.
okay. Hmm. I went with. I bet you're probably gonna hate me for this. Have you ever needed someone so bad?
Ouch! What the fuck is?
you just take a you
No.
just take a flight down here and like
Okay, I'm gonna explain mine first before we get into yours.
okay.
So, Heaven Is, yes, it's a generalized. Man, this is another track I really love. It's just like every time I hear it, I think of myself. Bombshell blonde, red lipstick on, Aqualine fine, she's a real wild one. I fucking love it. Also, wow, I did not expect to sound that good. Um,
Woo!
it's so catchy. I really do. I really freaking love it. Like if I hear it in like the middle of the day, like when I'm like, I don't know, if I'm sitting outside, for example, like I hear it in the middle of the day, I have to crank it up. Like it's so good, and the music video too. It's really well done. If you remember, they did like it's hard to explain how they did the music video. You guys would have to go watch it. It's really interesting how they did it. A very creative way. Not to mention Joe looks really good as always. Um, but no, it's really solid track. I had to put it on my list. I mean, how can I not?
Yeah, I understand that.
So you went with another adrenalized track. Let's see what you have to say.
Uh, it's like it was a tie between this one and another one that I'll get to later on the list. Um, it was like, have you ever needed someone so bad? It was like it's like one of those like kind of like deep cut kind of tracks for me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
As probably everybody.
Yeah.
Uh, but like when we heard the Jurassic Symphonies, was that a Jurassic Symphonies one
Mm-hmm. It was
too?
a bonus track. It's not even on the CD version.
The Jurassic Symphonies one that pulled at my heartstrings a little bit because of the melodic uh background and stuff like that, and the violins and stuff. And I like that version a little bit more than the original version. Uh, that's just because like I love me some kind of peaceful music every now and then. That's why I listen to like lo-fi beats sometimes.
And it's odd
Uh,
because like this song alone, like the regular version is kind of mellow as it is. When you add an
mhm.
orchestra to it, it really helps portray your emotions a little bit. So
Yeah,
I can definitely see where you're coming from. I like them both equally, to be honest. They both made me cry. Um,
but
oh,
yeah,
all
that's
right,
why I put it.
I'm not as mad at you now because you explained yourself. I'm not as
It
mad.
just puts the glove back down. Like, yeah, all
All
right.
right, number 11. What you put?
I put bad actress.
Wow. Okay, I'm happy you put that there. I'm happy you put it on your list because I did not put it anywhere. Damn. I went with another Adrenalized track. I went with Stand Up, Kick Love into Motion.
Huh.
That song just brings me so much happiness. Like, it just makes me want to fall in love. Like, I love it. It's so good. Like, it's just one of those, like, yeah, it's another mellow track, but it's actually one of their better hits from Adrenalize. It's like one of the ones that really kind of blew up. Um, Man, it's so good. Like, mm, I could just hug that song to pieces. Like, that song has really gotten me through some shit. Like, it's given me so much hope, and it's like really like helped me like learn where my happiness is, so to speak. It's hard to explain how it makes me feel. But when we heard that song again, when we listened to Adrenalize, because remember, I hadn't listened to any of Adrenalize besides like Let's Get Rocked and White Lightning in a very, very long time. I'm talking since I was a kid. So hearing that song again after so long, it just really spiked my happiness levels. And like it just made me feel a certain way. Like now every time I hear it, I just feel so fucking happy. Like I just feel happy to be alive.
Hmm.
So that's my reasoning for why it's number 11. So, Bad Actress from Songs of the Sparkle Lounge.
Yeah. It was kind of hard to pick one song from Songs from the Sparkle Lounge a little bit, because some of the songs from, like, a lot of the songs from top to bottom, like, there were some good songs on there, not gonna
Yeah.
lie. But
Can't fit in your pants, you're a bad actress.
it's like, I like how it was like kind of fast paced a little bit. That's
The
like kind of more,
guitar,
it's like more my speed.
the fucking
Uh,
guitar riff on that's what stands out to me.
yeah, the guitar riff and all that stuff, like, it's like it's perfect.
It is good. I'm actually really happy you put that on your list. I'm like kind of surprised I didn't. But then again, like Songs from the Sparkle Lounge is still kind of like new to me. So I think I'd have to re-listen to some of the stuff again to really have an idea of how I feel about it. But I do know Bad Actress is really good. So props to you for putting that on your list, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we are into our top 10. Oh boy, here we go. I feel like you're gonna fucking kill me for my number 10.
Sure.
So my number 10 is from the Vault album, which is their first ever greatest hits album that came out back in 1995. This is a Vault exclusive, and it's titled When Love and Hate Collide.
I'm not mad at you for that.
Okay, feel like I can breathe.
I'm not actually mad at you for that, because I didn't even put it on my list at all, I don't believe.
What?
It's there's one later on from, I think it's Retroactive, that's in my top 5.
Okay, you must have changed your list then.
Yes, I had changed my list like one time, maybe like a little
Yeah,
bit.
because last week I asked you if you had anything from Retroactive. You're like, no. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your number 10? What's your number 10?
My number 10 is Let's Get Rocked. I
What
know,
the
I know. Yeah, I know. Shh. Just the lid in the air.
Okay, we need to talk.
Let's get
I'm
rocked.
gonna tell you right now, Show never plays Let's Get Rocked, but on Tuesday they have this Two for Tuesday thing. Every hour they pick an artist or band, they play a song, and you get to pick the next song. Let's Get Rocked was the second song they played for the 6 o'clock hour. I was so fucking happy because I never hear it on show. Oh my god. So I technically can't talk about that song right now because it's later on my list, spoiler alert, but I can talk about When Love and Hate Collide. And I'm sure you could talk about it too, because you said you didn't put it on your list.
Yeah.
I know you like this one too.
Yeah, I do.
Oh my god, the fucking Jurassic Symphonies version made us cry.
It
So
made,
good.
because I had heard it before when we listened, like when it was like,
It came out as
when,
a single.
when it was one of the singles and stuff, and I had listened to it and stuff, and it made me like not bawl and weep, but like just cry.
It made us cry, like when we heard it, like together though. Like I remember that. Like oh my god. Like
Yeah.
even the original is even like just as good to be honest.
Hmm.
So like I said, this is a exclusive. It's the only new song on Vault, which I'm kind of glad they kept it that way in kind of an aspect. Like beforehand, I said no, it's not a good idea that they did that, but now that I look back, it's kind of a good idea they did that rather than put it on slang because it would have not have fit with slang at all.
Mm-mm.
Like this is its own breed. Like this is kind of more like an adrenalized kind of thing for me.
I wish it could have been on Adrenalize, to be honest with you.
Yeah, there's a lot of songs I wish that should have been on Adrenalize, but man, this one's really good. It's one of their biggest hits, one of their bigger ballads that ever came out. Music video is good. even though you and I haven't gotten to that yet on MTV Night, but
Mm-mm.
man, like I'll catch myself singing this song like by myself. Like it's just so
Oh, me
good.
too. Me too.
All right, let's hear what you had to say about "Let's Get Rocked" from a Generalize.
I could just I could just sense you being like, "Oh boy, I can't wait to punch you in the face." uh, I mean, what's not how should I put it? It's like what is there not to talk about? It's like it's catchy. It's very catchy. And like the didn't we see the video for it too?
We
The
did.
the the video for it was funny.
Oh, Joe looks great. I want that outfit.
Oh god.
I want that fucking outfit so bad. I'm going crazy over here.
Have you ever needed something so bad?
I need Joe Elliott, that's for sure. Anyways, um,
Oh my god.
I would talk more about Let's Get Rocked, but it's on my list, so I can't say too much. But I love the music video. It's probably my favorite Def Leppard music video right now.
Right.
All right, number 9. What do you got?
I got Blood Runs Cold.
Oh, wow. I didn't put that on my list either. Fuck.
You're slackum yakkum.
No, 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 no. So my number 9, this is where Have You Ever Need Someone So Bad comes into play.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Right there.
that's where she is. So let's talk about Blood Runs Cold first.
Man, it was a good song on a fucking bad album.
Yeah, and it's sad to say that, but I actually have a hard time listening to this song for a couple reasons. It is a very, very dark song.
Hmm.
As you know, Steve Clark passed away while making the Adrenalize album back in '91. Um, this whole slang album, like I can sense like a lot of emotions, angst, like anger, sadness, like grief, like because
Hmm.
they when they did slang, I remember they had said that at the time Joe and Phil, I think, were going through divorces,
Hmm.
something like that. I know Joe was going through a divorce at the time.
I
There
think Phil
was
was too.
somebody was having kids, somebody like there was just a lot, like more deaths that happened. You know, Steve Clark had passed, they were still grieving over that. So it's like this album was it was a bit of a sad story considering how poorly it did on the charts. Um, but like it's just that was like what could have been with this album. We're not gonna get to that, by the way. That's gonna be for another episode. But
Mhm.
I have a hard time listening to this song just because of what it's about. It's about Steve. I just have a very, very hard time listening to this song. It tends to make me sad. So I try not to listen to this one. That's why it kind of didn't make my list, but I'm not knocking it down at all. It is a very, very good song.
Mhm.
Like, how did you
Yeah.
feel when you heard it? Like, how did you feel? I remember our friend Corey was saying it was a good song.
I kind of had kind of not like mixed emotions, but I kind of had like a chill going down my spine a little bit because it's like if if Steve Clark was still alive, like for one, this album would have not been made, but I think like they could have still done Blood Runs Cold, but with Steve like in it, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Well, then again,
Like,
like Blood Runs Cold probably would have never had to been made
yeah, true,
because
but
it is about Steve.
yeah. I mean, like it's still a pretty good song on like I said, a pretty bad album, but it's like it's not. I'm not knocking it for that. It's it's like a very very deep cut for the band
Yeah.
per se. But yeah, it's a really good song. I kind of recommend it if you need a deep cut track like this
Yeah.
per se.
So, like I said, my number 9 is Have You Ever Needed Someone So Bad? I honestly, it was hard to put this one over Stand Up and Kick Love into Motion and When Love and Hate Collide. Those are like 3 very, very solid ballads. Um, I love this one off of Adrenalize. It's just, Like, whenever he says, I gotta get a fix on you, I'm like, that's me trying to get a fix on Def Leppard on the daily. It's like,
Oh my god.
and fucking the Jurassic Symphony's version was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
chef's kiss. So good. Too bad it's a fucking bonus track. It's only on like the international version and like I think the vinyl version too. My CD does not have this one, which sucks. But thank God for technology in this case. I hate to praise technology, but thank God for it. All right, number 8. What do you got?
I have Lady Strange.
Why did I fucking forget that one too? I think what it is because High and Dry was our first album we did,
Mm-hmm.
so I kind of forgot about it. Whoopsies. My number 8 comes from Retroactive. From 1993, it's 2 steps behind the strings / acoustic version, which is literally the version almost everybody knows.
Oh yeah, because you put that for your birthday on Discord, right? For Song of the Day or
Yeah.
something.
Walk away
And
if
we
you want
listened to and we
to.
saw the video for it too, didn't we?
Oh, yes, I was dreaming.
And then that dream didn't become a reality.
Let me live. God damn it, let me live. Help me, please, God. Okay, let's talk about Lady Strange. Man, that's probably my favorite track from High and Dry, too, now that I think about it. God damn. Lady Strange, Lady Strange, I
Strange.
want you. I love that song.
It's like, yeah, like that was like our first album that we did. And it was kind of like not a blessing in disguise, but like kind of like showed us like what we're in for.
Oh, we were in for a great ride, man.
And then like I remember oh god, what was Bring It On the Heartbreak, and then it goes into Switch 625.
Yeah, the instrumental. That's a
That
good shit.
it's like I love that transition into Switch. That was pretty
Even
cool.
on Jurassic Symphonies too with that. Like that really
Yeah.
works good.
Mhm.
But Lady Strange. I feel like it's one of those deep cuts that not a lot of fans know about. Like I'm talking like mainstream fans. Those who only know the hits, they don't know about Lady Strange. In my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but that's just my mentality. That's how I think. I love Lady Strange. I feel like shit I didn't put it on there. Even as an honorable mention, I feel bad I didn't put it there either.
Right.
Damn. 2 steps behind. So this one I really think should have been on Adrenalize, to be honest.
Yeah, I could see that.
I always thought as a kid it was on Adrenalize, but I was wrong. I have it on my Rock of Ages collection. Um, I love 2 Steps Behind. It's probably my favorite track from Retroactive. If you guys don't know what Retroactive is, it's a compilation album full of B-sides, unreleased tracks, and a lot more. And this song is one of the unreleased tracks. And I believe it was actually a B-side on one of the singles that came out for Adrenalize. I think Adrenalize had like 7 or 8 hit singles from that album. So it was one of those, and it was on the B-side of one of the singles. So they put it on Retroactive, and they did an electric version as well. I more prefer the strings acoustic version. That's the one I've always known. It's just so good. I can sing this one with no problem, and I love it.
Yeah.
All right, number 7. Oh my god, we're 33 minutes in. I guess I'll go first. So this is where Let's Get Rocked comes into play here.
Okay. I see it. I can see that. Mine is Photograph, but it's just because I hear it a lot.
I do too. I didn't even put it on mine.
I put Photograph.
Yeah, I didn't put it on mine. I hear that so much on fucking GTA now.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't mind on GTA. But like on the radio, if I hear it a lot, it's like okay.
Yeah, I hear it all a lot on the damn radio. That's why I put that's number 7.
It's a fucking solid song from Pyromania though. It's one of their
Oh
biggest
yeah.
hits.
I think every like kind of like the big hits from Pyromania was like is Photograph, Full In, uh, fucking
Too late for love.
Too Late for Love. Like there's some good
Oh,
like
Rock of Ages. I
Rock
mean,
of Ages. Yeah, like I think every song on that album is a bona fide hit. It's just because like the last breakdown that we did, it was like the last three tracks that we did, it was like all tens in a row.
yeah. Oh my God, Pyromania and History, because we broke down both of those.
hmm
Yeah, Photograph's really good. It's just I've heard it way too much to put it on my list, and there are songs that I would rather hear more than Photograph.
Right, that's true.
So let's get rocked from a generalized. Oh man, man, oh man. I wish I could say this was my favorite track from this album, but I love this album a lot, and I have a lot more tracks that are above it. But I had to put it on my list here. I absolutely had to. It's catchy. Let's
Let's
get
get
rocked.
rocked.
Not to mention the music video is really good too. But
hmm
it's just a song that I feel like if any Def Leppard fan, like would pick a song that like accurately represents the band, it has to be this one. That's mine, in my personal opinion. Like if I had to pick a hit that accurately represented them, it's a tie between this and Rock of Ages. Like
Yeah, I
it's a
was about to
tie.
say that.
It's fucking perfect. All
Yeah,
right, number 6. What you got?
personal property.
Oh, we tied. Let's
Yes, let's
go.
go.
I never got so fucking excited in my life. Oh
I was
my
like, okay, like, and plus we never like we always say this, we never look at each other's lists or anything beforehand.
god. We fucking tied. Let's fucking go. I was not expecting you to put that on your list. I'm so proud of you.
This
You
is like a
don't
proud mom
know.
moment.
You don't know how much I fucking love this song. Like it's fucking sassy as shit. It's fucking Joe Elliott being possessive, and yes, red flag moment. But I love it.
Yes, red flag moment, but it's still awesome.
I love it. It's so good. It's so fucking good. Like people fucking knock this song down all the time, and I hate it. I will defend this song till my dying day on earth. This song is so good. Anyways, what'd you think about it?
So anyway, um, it's like you said, it's like it's like it's like one of those songs that's like how should I put it? It's kind of like
Underrated.
not like it's underrated, yes, but it's kind of like raunchy in its own kind of way, if you know what I'm saying. Um,
Sassy.
sassy. Yes, it's underrated and sassy. uh, man, it was
It's
like
just one of those songs. It's like
it
I
put
said, it's like possessive.
it brings you into the song.
Yes. I'm sorry. I love this song so fucking much, and I get so mad when people diss it. It's like, guys, listen to the lyrics. Like
Yeah, okay, it was a tie between that and something else. I can't remember what it was, but it was like I was like, okay, I was like, if I know Marissa, and I do, I was like, I know her number six has got to be this song.
yeah, obviously.
So then I was like, when I said it, you're like, yes.
You should have seen my face. I literally look like we fucking won the lottery.
Oh.
All right, top 5. Top 5. Oh boy, here we go. All right, my number 5 comes from Pyromania, and it is Stage Fright.
I almost put that. I almost did, but I went with Fractured Love.
Oh, fuck. Shit. Fuck.
Fuck, shit, fuck, shit.
Oh no, I love that song. What the fuck am I doing?
What am I doing?
Okay, let's talk about Fractured Love here. That, obviously, like you said, retroactive, 1993. This one, I believe they recorded during the Hysteria days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, you could kind of tell by Joe's voice. Like, there's a slight difference between Hysteria era Joe and Adrenalize era Joe. There is a slight difference.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in Adrenalize era Joe, it was kind of more raspy, so to
Yeah.
speak.
And
But
then
man, fucking Fractured Love is mean. Sounds fucking mean. Like someone's getting their fucking ass handed to in that song. Like they are in trouble. Like they're like getting thrown out. Like bye bye.
and this before social media became a thing too.
Yeah, like fucking this song should have been on one of the main albums. Like this is a fucking
Like
banger.
this could have been either on Hysteria or Adrenalize.
I feel like it'd fit Hysteria with this, to be honest.
Yeah. Like you said, because of Joe's voice and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
man.
like you could have probably taken out like maybe one of the songs from Hysteria and just put it like in there. And I think
Yeah,
it would have been like a pretty good solid album, to be honest with you.
that song is the definition of a bona fide deep cut banger right there.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, hands down. Just like two steps behind both of those bona fide deep cut bangers right there.
Banger.
So with Stage Fright, if you guys remember when we did the Pyromania breakdown, I mentioned this song is about groupies, which is literally like always in my head. Like I wish I was back in the 80s, so to speak. To be honest, maybe sort of. I don't know. But
Oh
this
my
song
god.
is good. This song is fucking good. Like
Stage fright all night.
all night. Like fucking young Joe Elliott too. Fucking 83. Damn, my first love. Since
Amongst
then
many
I've
lovers.
evolved. Since then I've evolved to the adrenalized era / retroactive. I like both. Um, but anyways, yeah, this song is good. Like I think it's probably my favorite from Pyromania of all time. Like this has to be my favorite.
Wow. That's
I love
insane.
it. All right, number 4. I already know we don't have the same number 4. My number 4 is Hysteria.
Mine was full.
Oh fuck, that's my honorable mention.
Yeah, mine. That's why I had said like your one of your honorable mentions was like kind of like in my top 5, but
That's cool.
yeah, I put full in.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about Foolin' first. We'll get to Hysteria in a minute. Foolin', man, a fucking hit from Pyromania. I love that
I hear
song.
full in all on the radio sometimes too, but it's not like every day. It's like once in a blue moon.
I never hear it on Show'em. Like I might hear it on Sirius XM for those who have that satellite radio in the car.
Mhm.
I hear it on Sirius XM, but I don't really hear it on Show'em, which is kind of odd. You know, like you think they play that more. I'm gonna call them up, and be like, "Yo, play some more generalized shit. And play a little bit more Pyromania stuff. All right, I love your station. Show 'em rocks."
Hey yo, listen.
Oh God, but man, I love Fooling. Like,
Moving.
I honestly think that was my first Def Leppard song ever that I heard as a kid on the radio.
I think mine was probably Rock of Ages or Animal, probably.
Interesting. So, is there anything else you'd like to add about Fooling?
No, I think I've said my piece.
So my number 4, of course, is Hysteria. I had to put her in my top 5. I absolutely had to. That song is so beautiful. And lately, the Jurassic Symphony's version of that song has had me in a serious chokehold lately. It is so good. It's breathtakingly good. Like the song's beautiful enough on its own, but when you add an orchestra behind it, oh my god. Like it gave me chills when we first heard it. When it came out as a single, I actually remember when it came out too. Fucking, I texted you. I was like, "It's out! It's out!" It was like fucking 12 o'clock in the morning. I was about to go to bed, and you're like, "Wait till the morning to listen to it." I'm like, "I'm listening to it now," and I'm glad I did. It gave me fucking chills. It was so good. But yeah, the original, like, I really fucking vibe with it. It's been one of my favorites for a very long time since I was a kid. I have the album if that tells you anything. But man, what a fucking beautiful song. Like, there's so many ways you could take that song. Like, I want that song played at my wedding. If I ever get married, that is my wedding song right there.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Final
Top
three.
3.
We're into 45 minutes into the video, but you know what? That's fine. We're doing pretty good.
I mean, you did say it was gonna be long.
Be long, and I'm glad.
Long.
All right, you go first.
I put Excitable.
Ooh, okay. We're kind of close. We're on the same level here, so I'm not mad. My number 3 is White Lightning from Adrenalize.
Oh.
There's 2 songs that beat it here. So let's talk about. Well, I can't really talk about Excitable too much. It is on my list. But how do we want to do this? Do you want to talk about White Lightning, or do you want to talk about Excitable?
White Lightning's just it's near the top, so we're probably not going to be able to talk about that very much.
Yeah, and Excitable for me is like.
Well, okay, we should just go to number 2, and then we can talk about,
So, yeah.
both and stuff.
All right, my number 2 is Excitable.
Okay. So we can get Excitable for me and you out of the way then.
Okay, well, what's your number 2? I still want to hear it.
Tonight.
Oh. Fuck. Well, okay, so Excitable. Okay, we can get Excitable out of the way.
Yeah.
It was hard to do my top 3, to be honest, because even my top 4. It was hard to do my top 4 because they were all just really, really close together for how much I really enjoy them.
Mm-hmm.
Excitable is a track that I'd never heard before in my entire life of being a Def Leppard fan up until we listened to Hysteria together. When we had gotten to the track listing for Hysteria, I was like, oh, I don't know this song. So when we got to it, I was like, what is this? Like, the fucking start up, it's like, are you excitable? Are you excitable? It's like, it draws you in. I love it.
It's kind of like the exact same energy as Shafe, right? A little bit.
A little bit, yeah. I vibe with this, like, heavily. This song I really vibe with. Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
So let's see what you have to say about Tonight.
It's like Adrenalize. There was a lot of songs from Adrenalize that I had on my listing, which
mine too.
That says a lot. That says a lot. Tonight it's like one of those like it's a really good song. It's a really good song. I enjoyed every single song from Adrenalize. I really did. Especially, White Lightning, Tonight and stuff like that. Like, it was hard to do my top 3 too.
It
was hard. It was super hard. Because there were some songs that could beat it, but then there was like some songs like, Hysteria, Animal, and all that shit. It was like I hear it a lot on the radio, and it's like I want something like new and fresh and stuff. So I went with Tonight. And it doesn't get talked about very much.
It really doesn't. It's so fucking good.
But yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
All right, let's get to our number 1 before I backtrack. I think I know what you're into this.
Okay, what's your number 1 then?
My number 1 is Tonight.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
I will talk. That's why I was so quiet. I'll get to it. We'll talk about White Lightning though, because I know that's your number 1. It has to be.
So ours had flip-flopped.
Yeah, our 1, 2, and 3 are all switched around.
That's fucking funny.
My 4 is like your like 13 or whatever. I had Hysteria for number 4.
Yeah, it was 13. Yeah.
Wow, I have good memory. Yeah, my number 1 is Tonight. Your number 1 is
White Lightning.
White Lightning. Oh man. So I'm gonna talk about Tonight, and then we'll end it on White Lightning because why not? So, oh man, fucking Tonight. I love that song so fucking much. Like, if I
It's
could
not even funny.
no, seriously, like I have a really bad obsession with that song, and like I have to literally avoid it if I'm out in public. I have to avoid it. I can only listen to it if I'm by myself.
Uh-oh.
Like, is that weird? Like,
Mm,
I
hey,
can't really explain. I can't
there's
explain.
a lot of songs that I listen to by myself.
I can't explain how this song makes me feel. I can't because it's not.
PG.
Yeah, I think of Joe Elliott every time I hear this song.
Okay.
Okay, but seriously, on a more serious note, this song is fucking amazing. People need to talk about it more. To be honest, it's one of their more toned down, laid back, groovy kind of songs, and it's literally my favorite song from a Generalized. And it was hard to put that over White Lightning because for a long time, White Lightning was my favorite Def Leppard song until we did the pilgrimage. Once I heard Tonight again, because the thing is, I didn't remember hearing the song Tonight when I was a kid. I didn't remember any of it at all. But when we heard it, when we did the pilgrimage, I'm like, wow, like, holy fucking crap, that is good. So yeah, that is my number one. So White Lightning is my number three. What do you have to say?
It's like, what is there to say about it? It's like, it's a tribute to, Steve Clark, like you've said before.
Oh yeah,
And it's like, I can just feel like the pain that they were going through when they made that song. Because like Steve Clark had passed in 91, like you said. And it's like they had to do this whole album without him. And they were what, a four piece at that time, you
yeah.
said?
They actually stuck as a four piece. After it was after they released the album, they brought in Vivian Campbell.
Then yeah. But like, yeah, it's like a lot of people, like, there's some songs on our list that may not like get talked about enough, like Tonight, for example. But it's like a lot of people talk about White Lightning, and like it's so good. Like, you have to listen to the lyrics, but you also have to listen to the music. And I think a lot of art nowadays is like the music does the talking for you.
Absolutely, and this is one of those songs that's a really, really good example of that.
Hmm.
It's a big tribute to Steve, a huge tribute. Just like kind of like how Blood Runs Cold is, but everybody when they think of Steve, they think of this song being the tribute song. Um,
Yeah.
Steve's some of Steve's guitar parts were actually included in some of the songs because they were recording Adrenalize when he passed. Like he got to record some of the songs with him. I think he's on Tear It Down. I know that because they performed Tear It Down after they released Hysteria. Like nobody knew what this song was. This was a new song to everybody. They performed it, I believe, at the top of the Pops arena in Japan. Um, but yeah, so Steve was on some of the songs, but he was not on this one. I know that obviously because he had passed. It's a
Hmm.
very, very solid tribute to Steve, and
Hmm.
I think it's a song that's very well done. Like we had said, our top three, in my case, my top four, was very, very hard to figure out.
Yeah, my top five was kind of hard, to be honest with you, because it's like it's the top five. It's like, okay, like you would think like, oh yeah, blah 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 blah. It's like, no, it's hard to come up with even a top 10 sometimes, not even top 15.
Yeah, I can't believe
It's
you didn't have any honorable mentions out of all of that.
I mean,
I had to.
I hardly try to do honorable mentions because it's like there's so many fucking good songs in Def Leppard. I mean, there's a lot that I could put on there, but we'd be here all fucking day. Like,
We kind
so
of already been here all night, so
so
that wraps up our top 15 Def Leppard songs of all time. I hope you guys enjoyed. What is your top 15 or even your top 10 favorite Def Leppard songs? Let us know on social media, in the comments, anywhere you guys would like to discuss it. I'd really like to hear from you guys. Man, what a fucking video. So, our next episode, as I mentioned, is Shoot the Shit. Shoot the Shit episode 8. Oh my god, wow, we've been doing this for 8 months already? Holy crap, I feel like we just started Shoot the Shit yesterday. Oh my god, so I'm definitely excited for Shoot the Shit. Get to catch up with you guys on what May and the first half of June have been like for us. So stay tuned for that. So Dystro, what's our song for tonight?
So, it was kind of hard to come up with, a song. Well, not really, but I had to go with kind of like the song that kind of like bring me kind of to peace a little bit. And it was White Lightning.
Ooh, good one.
So I'm gonna go with White Lightning.
All right, Def Leppard's "White Lightning" from the Generalized. Dystro's #1 song of all time. My number 3. If you guys want to take a listen to that, please click on the link at the top right-hand corner of the episode. It'll pop up at the very end. Go ahead and take a listen. You will not be disappointed. Trust me about that. Be prepared for awesomeness. So, if you guys stuck around to the very end, we greatly appreciate your support. Be sure to go ahead and follow us on social media by clicking on the link in the description below, which will take you to the Linktree. We have Instagram, Reddit, TikTok, and Twitter. Go follow us on there to keep up to date with the show. My personal TikTok account is there as well. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers so I can go live with you guys and talk and hang out and stuff like that. So go follow me on there, please. I am at, I think, 909 last time I checked. Don't quote me on that. I'm over 900, I know that. But we also have Dystro's YouTube channel as well in there. He's trying to get to 800 subscribers. Where are you at?
776 right now.
Hey, it's pretty good. He posts weekly gaming content. I'm in there as well. We just did Forza last night.
Gotten up to 68 views right now.
Wow, I haven't even checked it out yet, I'm not gonna lie.
You slack
Wow,
it.
that's crazy. So go ahead and check out his stuff on there. Go subscribe to him and show him some love. Once again, take a listen to tonight's song of the night, White Lightning by Def Leppard, and that's it. And we'll catch you guys this Sunday for Shoot the Shit. Peace.
Peace.